5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire. The only thing we have to fear is fear.
Mile 18.
This is Endurance Nation.
Are you tired of just losing your fitness every year? Of getting out there on the open road come springtime and everyone else is still faster than you and you're not making progress? We understand. We created the Outseason program just for you. It's a 14-week protocol for triathletes and gravel cyclists with an opportunity to lock in through your Zwift workouts and focused training to unlock your potential by targeting functional threshold and high VO2 workouts with some endurance on the weekends. We build your fast before you're far. So by the time you get to the spring, you can turn down the fast and start adding some volume when the weather gets nice and unleash your endurance potential. Stop following the same program and hoping you get different results. Head over to endurancenation.us/outseason to get our 14-week program for one low price now. Did you know that training and racing the heat can be not only a significant competitive advantage, but it can unlock serious health benefits for you as an endurance athlete? That's right. My name's Coach Patrick. I've been working with endurance athletes since 2004, and I've learned a great deal about the heat, mostly through suffering in the crucible of Ironman Hawaii and similarly hot conditions. But you don't need to go to Hawaii to suffer. You can just go outside. It's July here in North America and in Europe as well, and it's hot. I don't care where you are. Wherever it is, wherever you are, as hot as it usually is at that point in time here in the North Hemisphere. So how do you use this to your advantage? Well, let's be clear. Most endurance athletes, like myself, spend a large portion of our time avoiding the heat. We don't want to pick hot races unless we have to go to them. We don't want to train in the middle of the day because it's just brutal. It's like 6 showers. You got to come home, put your head inside the freezer. You're drinking and eating ice pops all the time. Heat is real. Heat's challenging, and heat can be deadly managed incorrectly. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it unlocks potential massive benefits. In case you've missed it, the Peloton itself is using heat training ahead of the Tour de France to capitalize on the work that they put in at altitude. Heat training done properly and the right construct allows you to boost your blood volume, allowing it to carry more oxygen, giving your body a higher performance advantage as you go into your racing period. It also allows you to acclimate. So your sweat rate actually matches what you need, so your body's functioning at a higher level. Similar to racing at altitude, it's recommended that you spend more time on the ground acclimating to the conditions before you race in a hotter temperature. For me, I realized this when I raced Kona. By the time I did my third trip to Kona, I realized I'd gotten it wrong 3 times. And the biggest difference was I was just trying to come out, just before the race, get there on Thursday, race on Saturday. And it was brutal. I was just dying in the heat. So the first year that I was able to get out there 7 days earlier and spend a full 7 days, did so much better on the race day, even though I wasn't as fit, I wasn't as light, but I was more conditioned for what I was going to be racing in. And as much as we can spend our time acclimating to the environment within which we're racing, whether it's the terrain or the conditions or the timing, the more successful we'll be. But I'm not talking about that here today. You can go download our race execution course over at endurancenation.us. Check all of those resources out online. Instead, what I want to talk to you about today is how we can strategically use the heat to maintain some fitness. So it is July. That means not only 4th of July, but all sorts of family things are happening. The weekend, my friend, is not yours anymore. It's the family's. And there's things to do, and it's a great time to do it. You want to go to the beach, want to hang out with your friends. And also doing like a 5 or 6 hour ride or a 3 hour run on like a 90-degree day is awful, like physically and emotionally and mentally, and just all the gear and your shoes get soggy. It's just a nightmare. But all is not lost. In fact, what you can do is be really strategic about how you leverage the heat to your advantage. So if long workouts aren't a great opportunity for you, you can do shorter sessions. So a key strategy that I'll ask my athletes to do, particularly those who are racing in the near future, is to acclimate to the heat by actually doing workouts in the heat. So as crazy as it sounds, doing a 2-mile run at lunchtime right now is actually a really strategic way that you can actually improve your body's capacity to, as an endurance athlete, by challenging yourself in the heat in a very small way that gives your body an opportunity to adapt, increasing your blood volume and giving you a better opportunity to race at a higher performance. Most of this is earned through great difficulty with those longer sessions, but you don't have to do a long workout that's going to cause you to lose lots of fluids. You have to plan to carry a lot of fluids and have a whole strategy for it. When these shorter workouts will do it as well. The key here, my friends, is consistency. So 5 2-mile runs at lunchtime actually will do a great advantage for you than anything else. In fact, before I went to Italy, I spent 10 days in Italy in the heat, crazy, crazy heat. I was doing some runs and I was struggling here as it was just getting warmer, 7:30, 7:40s on the dial, right? I'd have to really force myself to get to a fast run. Fast forward to now, coming back from 10 days in the heat, just went out for a nice, easy run. Easy by my standards, low sevens, easy and like easy on the dial, no hard work whatsoever because I'm acclimated. I'm pretty sure heavier now that I'm back from Italy than before I went. But being accustomed to the heat and adapting to those conditions has brought me into a place of normalcy now. Rather than shy away from that and say, oh, I'm going to enjoy some downtime now that I've done a big camp and I'm not racing until later in the season, I'm actually going to capitalize on this work, spend a fair amount of time exercising the heat in a short dosage every single day. So I encourage you to join me. Use the heat to your advantage. If you can do some portion of your workout in the heat, it'd be great. So if you know peak temperature of your day is going to be like 12 o'clock, but you've got a long run on the calendar, what do? Well, you can do the bulk of your run in the morning. You say it's a 12-mile run or a 15-mile run. You can do 10 or 12 miles like in there, right? And then come back and do 3 miles at lunchtime. Just get a little bit of time in the heat. It's just enough time for the adaptation. What we want to avoid is those massive workouts that really set you back. I know this for a fact because many of you and I have raced in the heat, and it can be extremely detrimental to our skin, to our hydration status. We're already, most of us, dehydrated as a baseline. Throw us in the middle of summer, it's even worse. And it's really hard to manage everything to stay healthy, but you can use this to your advantage. So I'm not saying you have to buy a paint suit like some guy and train indoors on the trainer like some guy at zone 1, but you can train in the heat and see an advantage. Remember, here are some key points you want to keep in mind. 1, always start hydrated. Don't want to start dehydrated. So plan accordingly, drinking, staying hydrated, having peed just before you went out the door. Number 2, make sure you have fluids available for when you get back. You want to make sure that you're rehydrating as well. But if you're doing short enough sessions at the right intensity, it's generally not an issue. Speaking of intensity, 3rd rule, keep the intensity zone 1, max zone 2. Especially because it's short, you can go to zone 2. If you're going to do a 2-hour session of heat training, if it's not in zone 0 or 0.25, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. The worst thing you can do when you see something that's beneficial is to 10x it. And most of us as endurance athletes, particularly those of us who haven't really pushed our limits to the edge, it's very easy to think that, oh, if 1 is too good, 10 is better. That's not the case. It's actually 10 is much, much worse. Do the 5 days first, super easy as an example, and then build up to it. So what would you do if you were on the bike? Like, it's really hard to bike in the heat and see the heat benefits because you're moving on the bike and you generally have a cooling effect, right? So in that case, you can be indoors and see some of those heat benefits for yourself. So it could be a 45-minute session with the fan on doing your thing. In the last 15 minutes, just do it with the fans off and just feel that heat come on. That's all you need. You just need a small dose for most of us to see a small impact and just to notice it for yourself. Test it first, like baby steps, 5 days, those 15 minutes. See how it works. Come back to me with questions. You can always find me on EnduranceNation.us, on our Instagram channel or on YouTube as well. Drop a comment in a video or on a post. I'll be happy to answer your questions there. But remember, looking at challenges like the weather or challenges like terrain or challenges like time, these are all factors that you strategically can become competitive advantages for you. Don't ignore the reality of the world that you are training within and trying to avoid the challenges that exist. Embrace them and turn them to something that will make you a stronger, smarter, and better athlete. Plus, super fun, another problem to solve. Thanks, everyone. Have a very happy and safe 4th of July. I'll be back with more advice and tips as we go. If you want to learn more about Endurance Nation, head over to EnduranceNation.us. If you want to learn more about our events, go to EnduranceNation.us/events. Thanks, everyone. See you.
Endurance Nation.
Hey, podcast fans. I know you love the podcast because here you are, you're listening to it and you're still listening to me talk right now. Did you know you can get content just like this in your inbox once a month? We send out a great newsletter. We call it, guess what? The Unfair Advantage. That's right. It's our information to you, something that separates you from the competition. If they're not here, then they don't know. But if you are here, then now you do. Zero excuses. If you go check us out online at EnduranceNation.us/newsletter, it's your opportunity to enter your email address, sign up for these updates. They come once a month, sometimes twice a month, depending on my race schedule. And it's your chance to get insider information that's going to help you become a better, smarter athlete. Don't miss out on this chance to get ahead of the competition. It doesn't cost you any money, and it's not a ton of work. It's just your email address. That's EnduranceNation.us/newsletter.
For more information about Endurance Nation, visit us online at EnduranceNation.us. The provided music is from the Podshow Podsafe Music Network. Check it out at music.podshow.com.